get the wardrobe memo so perfect. We're like, okay, blouse and skirt, perfect. Pencil skirt, blouse, check, check.
Check, check.
And I do think we were wearing like...
The same shoes.
The same shoes.
Socks and shoes.
Yeah, socks and shoes, one of my favorite looks.
Combos.
Okay, is it true?
Yeah.
Odd jobs.
Yes.
Some very scent-oriented jobs.
Correct.
Is one of them that you sold manure?
Yes. How elegant. What a classy way of you referring to it. And I was lucky enough to have a rescue pony called Fancy Pants when I was a kid. I used to wait till it dried because obviously it was less, unpleasant. But as I wanted to make more money and it became such a lucrative endeavor, I ended up just scooping it wet into big bags, like Hessian sacks, and selling them for $2 at the side of the road. I made a killing. And I used to have gardening gloves, but I quickly tired of them. And I just did it, and I grew to love everything about it.
It's nature. It's the earth. Where did you walk to sell it? Like,
literally just up my driveway. Like, I drag the bag up my driveway, put on the $2 sign, and wait for a car to come along. And everybody wants that manure. It's like the best fertilizer for your plants.
So it's kind of like a lemonade stand.
Yes.
But
it's less wholesome. Yeah.
And then is it true that you were sniffing air conditioners at one point for a certain reason too?
Yes.
And why the sniffing?
So when I first came to LA, I couldn't work here because I didn't have a social security number, and I didn't want to do what all my friends do, which is they went across the border and got one at Tijuana. I was scared. So I couldn't really work like in a sort of regular way. So actually you shouldn't be admitting to this. So anyway, I had a friend who had air conditioners, and you needed to unpack them, slide this like little seat, like all the parts out, smell for anything irregular. And I don't quite know what you're smelling for, but sort of like acetone or like a nail varnishy smell, which meant it wasn't functioning properly, and then put it all back together and rebox it. I preferred the manure gig, if I'm honest.
I mean, it sounds less complicated in a weird way.
Yes.
Do you know what's weird, though? And
you look amazing,
We've
by the
known
way.
each other at least 20-something years.
Yes. Before we had Olives. We both have daughters called
We both have
Olives.
Yeah. Can you stand at yours first? Yeah. I copied you.
But we were so young.
You don't look any
different,
Isla.
You look exactly the same.
What's happening with that?
I think for me it was the manure that I inhaled as a young person. I think it just went into my pores and has made me robust.
I drink a lot of iced tea. Maybe we're preserved.
We are. We're pickled.
It's a new hot beauty tip.
You heard it here first, ladies. You heard it.
I think that it speaks to Dogman because, you guys are such amazing comedians and actors, and I feel like that twist on things also for adults watching it as well as kids.
Oh, yes. Oh, definitely.
It makes the biggest difference.
Also, the action's really well directed. Peter Hastings did such a good job. And it's not the DreamWorks feel where it's just funny, but it's also heartfelt and it's also thrilling. And it's just got all those magical ingredients.
They came to you and they're like, hey, Dogman, and you know that your son loves it.
And my agent, by the way, normally when you get a good job, you get a call with 4 people. Isla, we've got your team on the phone. It's all very serious. You're like, oh, how exciting, or not. Sometimes when you've not got the job. Anyway, the feeling it's both ways.
I love our job, just riddled with rejection.
Yeah, just riddled with disappointment.
Since I was a kid, I've lived with rejection. And I'm like, it'll make me stronger. And
that and manure, it will make you stronger. No, but my agent didn't even send me an email, and I got to halfway through the email, I rang him, I was like, are you kidding? This is Dogman. This is my dream. And then my son was like, it's been Sarah Hadoff, it's been really fun.
Now, Jesse Eisenberg was just here, who just got nominated for an Academy Award.
I'm so happy. I just worked with him.
Well, now you see me
3, and we were talking about A Real Pain Is Movie, and we were talking about everything, and I'm just so proud and happy for him. And his next thing sounds so exciting, and it's so great. It's so great.
I asked him about Now You Can See Me 3, and he was saying how funny it was because he goes and does these sort of more independent, intimate films, and then goes and does the Now You See Me franchise, which is this juggernaut success, and it's a much bigger production. like, everyone's so excited about this.
Yeah,
like,
we had a lot of fun. It was definitely good to get the gang back together, and then there were some new interesting characters, and we went to some cool places, Budapest, Abu Dhabi, and we got to kind of, the scope and scale is kind of greater, and there's more, I don't want to give away the plot, but there's definitely some interesting sort of twists and turns, and more importantly, all the magic is real on this one. I think we
How do you do that?
Well, with a lot of hard work. Yeah, we worked really hard. We had amazing magicians and they trained us, but yes, it was a lot of like sleight of hand. And I mean, no, I don't want to reveal this. I put it this way, I'm not a very talented magician. So what?
But you've come here and done ventriloquist.
Yeah, I love that.
You are kind of a jack of all trades. I would see you as I would think that you'd be an amazing magician.
Do you know what I think is...
There's nothing you can't do. You're good at things. You can put furniture together.
I can build it. But my hands are quite small, and with cards and some of the...
I have really tiny hands.
You do too.
Oh, look, we have the same size. Are we the same person?
I'm 5'3". Are you 5'3"?
I say 5'4", but it's a lie. Because I am 5'3". So yes, we have the same hand size. Same outfits, same height.
Yes.
But you can put furniture together and I can't.
No, you could. You just probably haven't sat down and focused. You're busier than me.
No. It's ever since I was a kid, those graphs and charts with the
like
arrows.
Lego? Can you do Lego?
Oh, no. I'm terrified. It's the pieces and the thing. Can you do Legos?
Lego. Oh, my gosh. I love Lego. I could do Lego all day, every day. It's so fun.
What is something that you can't do that you wish you could do?
Oh, I'm always going to go with singing. When people can sing, and it's such a skill that you whip out at a happy birthday event or like just at a karaoke night or in a film. It's just something about it is so emotional. It's like you just really connect with their soul when they sing. And
can you not sing? Because
I genuinely cannot sing. Like it's not up for interpretation. It's not like maybe with training. There's nothing there to mine.
Well, I guess we have that in common too. Because it's like...
What would you do? What would be your skill if there was one thing that you could?
Speed reader.
Oh, I can do that.
You can?
No, but I can read quickly. I read scripts really quickly.
See, I'm a really slow reader.
But you're probably digesting it.
I am, but at a quicker pace would be nice because reading is my biggest passion. And I am a very slow reader.
But what about audiobooks? You can put it on 1.5 or 2 and hear the voice even quicker, and then you can get everything into your head right away.
See, this is why I love you. You're so skilled. I can't do audiobooks because I lose focus and then I lose my place.
Oh, yeah, and then you can't find because it's the same
I'm like, I don't know, wait, what was he saying? Where are we?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Where is my book? I can
go.
Which is why it takes me, I'm having a revelation. That's probably why it takes me so long to read books, is a focus thing.
Have you been tested for ADHD? I just got diagnosed.
Did you?
Yeah.
And are you?
Yes. I'm extreme.
So now what?
Well, I haven't done anything
with that
about
information?
I just cut myself some slack, and I think I speak to myself in a kind of way now. I'm just like, I get it. I'm a bit more, it's better it's been good for me. Because I used to just think, why do I have to work backwards all the time? Like if I have to be somewhere at a certain time, I have to kind of track backwards, and then I'd get kind of lost. I just found life was a little more challenging. And now it's still the same amount, but I just go, oh, well.
This is so fascinating to me because I'm working on time management.
Yeah, that's my issue. It's so hard.
Do you beat yourself up about it too? Like I eviscerate myself.
Yes, and I get sort of things wrong and timing's wrong and yeah, but the thing about ADHD is you can hyper focus, which is why I wasn't diagnosed when I was younger because I was good at school because I loved reading and it was easy for me to remember facts. But actually, that's just another part of the neurodiversity. And I don't want to be like
and it can be a superpower.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, you should.
I might need that number.
You might be able to build anything you want.
Maybe I can do Legos. Well, I mean, since your new movie is Dog Man.
Yes.
We have a Dog Man right here. Douglas, did you hear your call? because he did just raise his head for a second.
He did.
He wore this for you.
Oh, Douglas, you shouldn't
This is not
have.
his normal attire.
Oh.
And he wore this for you, and inside of it are some questions.
Okay.
So they're in the pockets, not surprising, on dog bones. What's the coolest thing you've learned from one of your co-stars?
Oh, I'm going to go with Kristen Scott Thomas, who taught me during Shopaholic. She's like, right before a take, Isla, think of yourself as a balloon and just deflate and just let all of the energy drain. Because I used to get really ebullient and sort of revved up before a take, which worked for some stuff, but otherwise the energy was sometimes out of whack. And that was a great exercise. And then Kirsten Dunst too,
I love that.
Kirsten used to teach me how to play drunk.
How do you play drunk? It's the hardest thing.
When you're doing an impediment like playing drunk, right before a take, she would say, right before action, so you hear rolling, you just stand and spin. And then you go, and then I just said to myself, and then you're there.
And you're dizzy.
You're basically creating your balance is
equilibrium.
off, and you're just sort of putting it in your inner ear that you're like on a ship, and then you have to hold yourself as if you want to stay stable, but then your body's already in the rhythm.
I have never been able to do it well. It is one of the hardest things to act drunk, and I think maybe one of the reasons why is because people who are drunk
try to act sober.
Yes. And I'm a vaudeville ham, so I go so hardcore that I'm like no drunk person in the world. Okay, next question. Is that a dog or a person? Okay, if you could happily roll in any foreign substance, what would it be?
Oh.
I know. Weird question, but I'm in.
I'm just going to go with chocolate, I guess.
That sounds sexy, actually.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind honey either. Sticky, but...
Sticky. It depends whether you can keep your underwear on.
I'll take no underwear. I'm going whole hog, Isla. Okay, what TV show are you currently obsessed with?
Season 2 of Bad Sisters.
The best.
The best.
They
Sharon
came
Horgan
here.
is amazing. Amazing. Amazing.
So in love with Sharon Horgan.
It's the greatest combo of
They
women.
all came here, and I did not want them to leave because I just wanted to live in their family.
Yeah, I know. And swim in that cold water with the big sweaters. I know.
The best with those big things. Oh my God, the best. Bad Sisters is the greatest.
Bad Sisters, so
okay,
good.
what's one pointless trick that everyone should teach their dog?
Well, you got to go with paw. I mean, it's pointless but adorable.
He can do that.
Yeah.
He's capable of doing that. I think that's his only trick. But that and sleeping for 21 hours. If you could switch lives with anyone in the world, who would it be?
I'm going to go with, in the theme of Dog Man, I am going to go with Madame Tiny Paws, she's my cat. She's evil, like Petey in the movie Dog Man. And she can open the door with her paws by herself. She'll like bat things off a table but make eye contact. Like, yeah, you want to see that? Like jumps on your feet when you're sleeping. So I'd just like to know from her perspective, like, what possesses her to be such a Machiavellian witch?
Where did you get her?
She's a rescue.
How old is she?
No wonder she was abandoned.
Someone was like...
Someone was smarter than me.
You're too much for me. I've heard that before.
You're possessed.
Okay, name someone who followed you on social media that made you freak out that they were following you.
You know who really did freak me out is, my mum, who I didn't even know she had could work her phone, because every time, I know, and then she followed me and then was like commenting all the time, like, look at that lovely flower. And, oh, your hair is so shiny. And I was like, no, Mum, it's a public account. Like, you can't write. You never call me.
Oh, that's
so sweet. I know, she's really sweet.
Okay, I think there might be... Oh, yes, there is. Okay.
Oh, there's many
Rapid
more
fire.
bones. Many more.
If you could morph into a hybrid and with any animal, what would you be?
I'm going to go with a sloth because I'm halfway there. I would just sleep all day. I'd lie in bed, watch Bad Sisters, have a glass of rosé.
Yes.
That's it.
Oh, that sounds like heaven. I want to get in bed with you and hang out. Okay, if you could have dinner with one female comedy legend, who would it be?
Ali Wong right now. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Her stuff on the divorce.
Incredible.
She's so good. She's so good. She's so funny.
Why is she so good?
And you know what? At every point in her life, the comedy that she produces, it's so topical, and yet you connect to it in such a meaningful way, even if you're at a different stage. She's so special.
She is so
good.
special.
So special.
I love her, and God, did I love Beef more than
me too.
If you've never seen the show Beef, do yourself a favor and go watch it immediately. If they made a movie about your life, who would you cast as yourself?
I'm going with you. I'm going with you. Yes. You are me. I would love it. And you've got like the same. I would love that. I would love you to play me.
Oh, also we go for it.
Yeah, we would go for it.
We don't hold back.
Yeah.
Have you ever had directors be like, now we're going to do one that's like less?
I always pretend that I can do options when I can't. So I go, do you want to, I'm going to start small and give you a medium, then give you large. And then they don't notice that I've just given large.
I'm telling you, we are the same person. Every director I've ever worked with comes in and is like, can you just tone it down for this one? Could you play it more real?
Yeah.
A little less?
Yeah.
We're thinking less.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, okay. I was feeling really excited, but okay, sure. What is the last person you texted, and what did you say?
Who's the last person I texted? I texted somebody on the way here. I would have been my Olive about she's coming to. I'm taking her little sister. I'm in Bridget Jones 4. I'm just in one scene, but it's the premiere is tonight. I'm flying tonight for tomorrow night, and I'm taking her sister. So I was just
Tell us everything.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
Yes, I'm excited to see it too. I'm excited.
Tell us the names of your cats in your most distinguished accent. Now, you kind of did.
Oh, I kind of... Hamilton Abraham Whiskers and Madame Tiny Paws.
This is Douglas Fairbanks Barrymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, we're twins.
It is. I know. I'm telling you, that's his full name, Douglas Fairbanks Barrymore. What memory still makes you laugh every time you think about it?
Oh, maybe from Now You See Me 3, we had to be in a water tank. Woody, Dave, Jesse, maybe I won't say in case of this character, we don't know, whatever's come back. And we were in a water tank for probably a week. And I'm not going to give anything away because it's inappropriate, but somebody was peeing in the tank. But it was very funny.
By the way, I love that they fessed up.
Well, or did they?
Can you see my pee or not? Now can you see pee? That's the third one.
The greatest magic trick.
Yes, exactly. Okay, last question. Who's sexier, McGruff or Scooby-Doo?
Oh, I have to go with Scooby-Doo because I did a movie with him when I was just... It was my first, Hollywood movie. I was in Scooby-Doo with Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze and Matthew Lillard and back in the day, and it was so... I love Scooby.
I love Scooby. Yes. But McGruff is a little sexy.
I don't know who McGruff is.
He's an American crime dog.
Oh.
And you know what? I'm just...
Okay, I'm going with McGruff.
I think I did something with McGruff back in the day.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm looking at him and I'm really turned on. So
yep,
he's got like chest hairs and a trench coat, and I'm feeling him.
I know what you mean. He's definitely Scooby's. You know what? Scooby'd be a great friend.
Yeah,
he looks like a nice guy. Comes over, catches a spider, and rescue. You know,
he's like your gay bestie.
Yeah,
and
he
McGruff,
might come. No, McGruff is like a booty call.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. He's really putting it out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Dog Man is vibes. It is such a great movie. It is just happy. If you love the comics, you're gonna love this. I love hanging out with you so much. And you always give me advice, by the way, in the breaks that I take with me forever. You're such a wise soul.
Oh,
and I hope that we have that in common too, because you always, for the 20-something years I've known you, you always say something that's like a mic drop for me. You do. You're smart and you're wise and you have a great sense of the world and life, and you have brilliant opinions and an interesting take on behavior, and
so nice.
And you're a great mom, and
Hey, don't make me cry, Drew.
It's true though. I always get so excited to see you. And I just love you so much. And
so nice.
thank you for coming for this. And
Thank you.
we'll be right back. It's true.